Hey guys, Hacker here. Had a bit of a break, taking some time off from Hearthstone, but now I'm back and I want to show you guys the new control warrior. I know I made a guide about this like a week or so ago, but after the MT and seeing how the deck performs in the current meta after Druid got nerfed, I think it's worth talking about again. Dive in and see what's changed since last time. A lot of these cards here make sense, you might see, but a lot of these might not make sense. So we'll talk about all of this. Why is this deck good? Because you can cheat mana. You can play Kazakhstan, you can control the board against aggressive decks, you can deal with combo decks. It's very flexible in what it can do. It can beat pretty much any deck. Does it beat every deck all the time? No, but it is very, very solid against basically the entire meta. There's some matchups that are a little weaker, but even those matchups are still pretty winnable, honestly. And I think Druid is getting a little less popular since the nerfs have happened last week. All right, let's talk about the deck. You got your normal control tools. You got the Armor Gain, Frozen Buckler, Heavy Plate, Shield Block, which works together with a Nyxian Drake, Shield Slam, Shield Shatter. You have your Brawl. You'll notice that there's no Rancors in this list, and there's only one Brawl. Turns out Warrior can still play for tempo without needing that many removal tools. Turns out Shield Shatter is almost good enough by itself to do, the board swingy turns, and the rest of the cards you can run for whatever purposes you want. Tech cards, tempo, etc. You have your Outrider's Axe. This is still probably one of the best cards in the deck, even though Corsair Cache is gone. Rikara, extra weapon is nice. One Forge in Flame. I think the last list I posted was running 2 perhaps, but I think the ratio isn't quite good enough. This is a very dead card without having the weapon, and when you have the weapon, you're already kind of happy. So I think 1 for a bit of extra card draw is fine. We're running from the Depths, which I think was in the last list as well, but this is just insane, right? 15 mana discounts, theoretically. A little bit less because you can hit stuff like this, and you can hit Shield Shadow, which tends to go to 0 mana anyways, but there's a lot of very, very good targets to hit on From the Depths. Bran is one of them, Nyxian Drake, Axe. Basically anything more than 3 mana is good to hit because you discount it, you get it in your hand, and it sets up later on for stuff like Finley, and we're running Finley because of the From the Depths. Because you get to actually realize all the discounts that you got from the Depths. There's some really crazy stuff you can do. From the Depths on turn 3, into Nelly on turn 4, Mutinous on turn 4, Rikara on turn 4, Raid Boss a lot earlier. If you hit double From the Depths, you can play all of these for so incredibly cheap mana that it's insane. Brand School Teacher is good even without discounts because the Nagalings can get you From the Depths, which you're already running, which is insane, which double discounts the bottom of your deck. You can get double Buckler, which is just 20 armor, burst armor, double Heavy Plate, double Shield Block. There's a lot of armor gain in the Nagalings, which is very good. And without the armor, there's still other stuff you can get that's kind of useful. Removal and various other stuff. Mainly removal and armor gain, which is kind of what you want. So, what else does our top end look like? We're running Kazakhstan. Post-change, we're still running enough dragons, 2 drakes and a Nyxia. We're also running 2 Amalgam of the Deeps, which help us in a couple different ways. One is you can just get more dragons, which is just good, it's valuable. You have a lot of value from that. 2, you can actually discover off of Murlocs to get a few things. 1, you can discover Finley, which is great post From the Depths. You can discover Mutinous if it's a matchup where you need to eat your opponent's stuff. And you can discover technically Gorlock Ravager, which is less useful if you're already playing Amalgam and Gorlock, but there's a few ways you can make that work. Alternatively, you can find more stuff from School Teacher, either more School Teachers, Queen of Shara, even a Crush Call Enforcer to tutor out the other School Teacher. It's just quite flexible. It's not very good on curve, but you can still play it on curve to contest board against some of the aggressive decks. So it's flexible in what it can do. But the main purpose is just running extra dragons so you can play Kazakhstan on curve, or at some point in the game. Gorlock Ravager, it's a recent addition, kind of sketchy. Why would you run this in Warrior? But if you're looking at the deck, the Murlocs we're running are A, very important, and B, there's a lot of them, right? We have Finley, which is very, very good with From the Depths. We have Amalgam, which we just need at some point in the game to play anyways. And we have Mutinous, which is very good in matchups where you need to disrupt your opponent. So Gorlock Ravager, with 4 Murlocs in your deck, on average, you're probably going to draw 1 by this point, maybe 2. It's going to draw you 2 to 3 cards, which is pretty solid. 5 mana 4/3, draw 2 to 3 cards, then draw specific cards. So drawing this almost guarantees you have Mutinous on 7, and it almost guarantees you have Finley by turn 6 if you have this in your hand. I wouldn't necessarily keep Gorlock Ravager in a lot of matchups because it is a slow card and you need other tools to deal with aggressive decks, but Gorlock Ravager actually kind of makes sense in this deck. Yeah, we've cut like the Rancors and 1 Brawl which makes us slightly less good against aggro. But honestly, this deck is filled more than fine against aggro, and I haven't really missed Rancor too much. Sometimes against Demon Hunter, It's a little annoying, but you just gain so much armor that it's fine taking all that chip damage anyways. And that's pretty much the whole deck. I mean, there's a Nelly in here because Nelly's just a good card. You can do some brand Nelly shenanigans where you get 6 pirates on the ship. Yeah, it's just, it feels solid. It doesn't look like it's doing that much stuff. And it does look like it's a little heavy on the top end, but it's been doing really, really well. From the Depths is an incredibly good card. Anyways, mulligans. You want to look for From the Depths. You want to look for Outrider's Axe. Against aggressive decks, you want to keep Shield Shatter, and then you'll eventually find armor cards that let you Shield Shatter. If you think it's a greedier matchup where you can take it more slow, you can keep something like a Gorlock Ravager, you can keep maybe a School Teacher if you want to just pressure some sort of deck. You can include some other cards in here as well. I actually meant to put in a Rustrot Viper, which helps a couple of matchups. It helps primarily Paladin decks, against Paladin decks, where you can just kill them after they play Cariel, either control decks or like Mech Paladin. And it can help you actually win one of the bad matchups, which is Boar Priest. And the way to do that is get this at the bottom of your deck somehow, or hope that it's at the bottom of your deck, and then go From the Depths. And then you have a 0-mana Viper. So after they get the Sword of a Thousand Truths, you can just hit them with a 0-mana Viper and then probably survive. Not a very likely way to win that matchup, but it's a possibility. Yeah, but if you're not facing many Paladins or Boar Priests, like, just don't run the Viper. This is a pretty solid list. Try it out, pretty fun. It is a slower list, so if you're not into, you know, control decks, unlucky, but I had a lot of fun with it. Here's some cool games. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Catch you guys next time.
What a wonderful gathering. Victory or death.
Demon Hunter, probably no on Mutinous against Demon Hunter. Buckler is good to activate Shield Shatter, but I have many ways to activate Shield Shatter, so I think I'd toss that and just look for Shield Shatter. Or From the Depths, or Axe. Sure. There's not a matchup where I actually need to play for tempo, and with a weapon online, it's not even actually that good for me. So I'm just going to weave it in. This matchup you win just by not dying. And Hero Powering helps me not die more than the Amalgam does. We'll just tempo shield block next turn. Never mind. We go armor up shield slam instead. Get that off the board. I don't run Rancor in this deck, so not a huge benefit to leaving stuff up. Unfortunately, we can't quite go shield block, shield shatter if they play a Coin Drekthar here, but that's fine. They don't have it. It basically is a Hobart Grapple Hammer, right? Just more expensive. And better. Hobart was only attack, right? Ashfane is durability as well. I think some Demon Hunters are running Viper. From the Depths. Nice. Yeah, if you play enough weapons, it doesn't matter if you get Viper. Viper is good in against decks that have specific weapons you need to get rid of. For example, Weapon Rogue, Cariel's weapon. There's one more I was thinking of, but I can't remember what it was actually. Oh, a Mithril Rod in Warlock too. Alright, Ladies of Thenos push some damage here. We can go shield block, shield slam here. We don't get to weave it in, but that's fine. I'll hit this first. I can buckler armor shield slam. It lets me weave it in. I think I'm okay with that. There's not much to shield slam in this matchup anyways. It means it's going to be harder to shield shatter later, but I really like weaving it in. One weapons and one Ashfane. You know what? You probably actually could make a warrior deck in wild like that, right? I don't think it would be very good, but you could. Oh, I can't kill that. Yeah, throwing a Hobart as well. Sure. Why did we play a Fury here? Oh, so I can't shield slam this very easily? I can still go armor up plus the things. I don't know, that seems weird. Ravager? Brand lets me go Brand Nelly, which is kind of cool. But my hand's kind of full for that. I think it is a Ravager. This draws me the Finley, and then I can play the Finley too. So I do this now? We lost an Ashbane Warrior a bit ago as Naga Mage because they did so much face damage while moving my stuff. That was kind of my idea with the deck, right? When you have so many weapons and removal cards, you can just always swing face and just keep clearing boards. Which is why I thought it would kind of be playable, but I didn't tinker too much with it. They're playing a Jace list? Are they? They might not be. So I'm guaranteed to draw. Unfortunately, we drew this right now, but it's fine. Oh, I was supposed to shield shatter first, huh? That would have been smart instead of doing this, but we're here now. That was actually pretty stupid. It's very stupid. Do I wait a turn now? This was quite not intelligent. Could have had a 4-3 here. Do I want to weave it in? I don't have to. I think I do this and then I Finley. Zero mana brand's kind of nice. Okay. I put a lot of good stuff back in my deck, but fine. Sure. The spell vomiting and Sathan on the random Fury or JC play patterns. Not really. The Fury you always have mana to spend. I think they're just not like all of the cards here are aggro DH. Also, the treasure guard almost always means that it's not Jace. Because they, like, you wouldn't run this in a Jace deck, because then you can't run Drekthar, and then you don't need to run this. Okay, we got some cool stuff here. We can go Bran School Teacher. 2 Discovers, and then 2 of the guys there as well, but then we don't clear the board as much. So what do we do instead? Nixian Drake. Outrider's Axe. I think that's fine. Do I play a Buckler? I actually kind of want to kill this. Because this gains attack. I'm taking 4 from this anyways. So I'll just Buckler. Is the Buckler enough to keep me alive? 33? With Setheno dead, I'd be very surprised if I died. So I could just play the Heavy Plate. I don't think I will, though. It'd be very, very difficult for me to die from 33, even with 7 on board already. If there was a Dread Prison Glaive equipped, you could consider it, but it's fine. Is Drekthar version better than the Jace one? I've seen more of the Drekthar version than the Jace one, so probably. They probably have a slightly different matchup spread. I think the Jace one is going to be worse against Druid, because you're not quite as aggressive, you give them a bit more time. There's some good stuff at the bottom of my deck, so From the Depths is actually really nice. But I might not do it this turn. Ow. Quite a nice draw. Do that. And we'll go Brand School Teacher. Double from the depths. Now let's go double Frozen Buckler. We're just gonna win with Onyxia. We don't need to look at the bottom of our deck. I already have it from the depths. Do you think they're gonna leave after this, guys? I think they might leave after this. Seems like a lot of armor. What do you guys think? Shred the heavy plate for fun. We can get more armor? We can. We need more armor. We'll get more armor. There's one Puffer Fist gone. It's almost always Nixie this turn. Kazakhstan's not active yet. We haven't played the Amalgams. There's a Drake left in the deck too. Kircha studied the blade, but Hacker studied the shield. This is true. Nolly seems fun. That sounds about right. And we're welcome back. Wow. That seemed fun. Let's keep her on the depths. We probably don't need the shield block. Look for Axe. Look for Finley. Oh, hey, look, Finley. Nelly's broken. Yeah, I don't think they fixed the bug right. It's mech, okay. I don't really need this heavy plate, so let's trade it. So we could go coin from the depths and then Finley, or we could armor then from the depths and Finley. I think I actually do want to coin from the depths. Because this is a matchup where I need to tempo. Second from the depths. That seems very good, right? Is it very good though? Yeah, it's probably fine. You get a very cheap Kazakhstan. Oh my god, that's large. Dun, dun, dun. How do you guys feel about this turn through Nelly? Was it pretty good? Can we get a brand too? Oh, it's not turn 3 Nelly. That's a lot less fun. Is there actually a good way for me to spend mana this turn? If I hit Amalgam in the Deep, it's fine. If I hit Shield Slam, it's fine as well. So I'll play one here. Wait, what? That's a bug. Oh no, we put Kazakhstan on top. Oh, it's not a bug, it's not a bug. Never mind. I forgot how it works. So I put the Kazakhstan on top, and then when I fin lead, the Kazakhstan was no longer there. So I drew it after, like the dredge swaps for the bottom, but it doesn't shuffle your deck. So the Kazakhstan was still on top. That's just me being silly. Think you slam it? I disagree. You can definitely slam it, but I think you do need a... Kazakhstan is a way to win, especially when it's cheap. Dredge. It's a diver. Tempo good. Anchorman over Smite, or is it Smite? I kind of need cards. This might actually be an Anchorman. That's interesting. I think it is Anchorman. You're okay. Puffer Fist. Hmm. 2-mana 8 into Nelly on 4 wins like 95% of the time. Is that true? I would have... My board would have been gone. Like, on board, I would have... My Kazakhstan was dead. Kazakhstan would have bought me at 8 health here, right? So, I'd have 8 more health. No Kazakhstan. And then I'd Nelly here. So these two would not have Divine Shield. I don't think it would have won. It would have saved me some health, but I don't think health is important right now. I will need to be able to clear the board. Okay, heavy plate Onyxian Drake. Seems fine. Set up the diver for next turn. And then we can Anchorman on the following turn. Okay, nice. Maybe you have no games on the deck. I'm not sure either. I don't have that many games on the deck. Despite bringing it to the MT, I actually didn't have too much practice on it. But my understanding of this matchup is that you do want to fight for tempo, but because of how far ahead they are, I need to set up a swing turn. And Kazakhstan is not a swing turn. This will be great to weave in later, if I can weave it in. Like, I don't have to get to the end of my deck. If I can just play this with it being active, we can win from there. A weapon draw would be really, really good for me. I get to do a lot of stuff here. It's not a weapon draw. Look for a pirate. I can swap this. What else am I doing? I want to draw. I want to do this. So this goes into the 1/1. I think I do this first. Very nice. So now we change our game plan. I actually don't Puffer Fist here. It's annoying. Because I need this trait to happen. So we do that. Oh, Hacker made a mistake here. Hacker forgot one very important thing about how things happen. Oops. In my mind, the Puffer Fist was doing an AoE on top of this, which clearly is not happening. Whoopsie. That's a little not good for me. You were gonna ask? Yeah. That's a fair question. You should have asked. Uh-oh. They only drew 3. One of them is the Mooncatcher. That's interesting. So 2 of the cards at the bottom of the deck aren't actually doing stuff. They might go face-face here. They know I have a Puffer Fist, though. They really should trade. They also... Yeah, I don't know. Like, if they saw what was in the Nelly, they might not have looked at it. We need to draw some a buckler maybe. If I draw a buckler, we're chilling. And we should have a buckler somewhere soon. Is that good enough? That is good enough. We can do this, clean up these 2. Okay. Okay. We can go Ricard Shield Shatter with a Puffer Fist. Let's see if that's enough. Minions have to be on board to activate their effects. Yeah, actually, believe it or not, that is the case, and we learned that this game. All right. So this is a good Puffer Fist Ricard turn. We have to use Shield Shatter, but that's probably fine. So we swing face here, which goes pew 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 pew. Shield Shatter. We have a Brawl to fall back on, and they don't really have buffs in their hand anyways, so we're in a pretty good spot this game. We can go Ravager, which draws us Mutinous and the Amalgam. And then we can go Amalgam, and then we're one dragon away from Kazakhstan. Indeed, Mirabelle. I played a few games with it. I actually didn't lose a single game with this deck in the MT. Hacker Control God. Radar Detector. 3. Well, we know 2 of the bottom cards are non-minions. They still have the Sunken Woundcatcher, actually. Oh, there it is. So this could be the Brawl turn. And I think it might be the Brawl turn. I could wait one turn. This is a lot of damage. I think I do wait a turn. 6, 10, 14, 15. I take some damage, but it's kind of hard to do stuff. No, I do this. This is fine. I can hear about this too, and I'm fine. Play this. Keck. Tempo good. Just get that off the board. And we chill. We can play this with a Brawl next turn. We still have a Shield Shatter left and a Raid Boss. I think Shield Shatter... Was Shield Shatter in our opening hand? I don't remember what was at the bottom of our deck. I think there was a School Teacher, and I don't remember what else. You still actually win the DH matchup a lot with that Rancor, but 2 Rancors is a little too heavy, and Brawls are kind of heavy too. Brawls are good if you're expecting Druids, because you do need to clear some boards. Well, they're going to make some big minions here. It's a lot of trading, though. Soon TM Airball. It's a lot of trading, actually. That's upsetting. We do need to find the Drake or the Nixia before we can play the Kazakhstan. Buckler. It's good for later. Alright. Not in a super safe spot, but we're okay. We have 2 Bucklers left as well. Oh, we were so close to this surviving. That's kind of nice. I can leave that up too. That's the cool thing. Do I want to leave it up? I don't think so. I think I do this and chill. I can set up to deal with an export a lot easier this way. I don't care if their stuff's cheaper. Maybe I do. Let's just do this, actually. If I play this, they can trade off their guy, which I don't want. I want this to mess them up. And I don't think I need to Buckler either. We are kind of relying on hitting a good card next turn. There's only one bad card, which is Buckler. Drake we can work with. School Teacher we can work with as well. Raid Boss is just good. And Shield Shatter is also good. They're getting pretty close to Cariel, but it's fine. Magnetic into lethal. Not a standard mechanic. All right, Shield Shatter stonks are very high right now. So are Onyxia stonks. Very nice. Okay, sure. Very nice. We can actually go Kazakhstan next turn. So it's very likely that they have Smite in hand. So that's a mech. I know that's a mech. This could be Smite, though. So is this a Mutinous angle? It could be a Mutinous angle. It's a 50-50. Or I could just gain some armor and be safe. I think I just gain some armor and be safe. So they've gotten 3 buffs plus a hero power. Let's say they get another hero power. That's 8 plus 3, 11. Plus 6 on the smite is 17. Plus this is 19. So I think I just played safe here. Hero power trade in Kazakhstan. I kind of want the school teacher in my deck, but I don't think I need it. And I don't need the shield shatter at this point anymore either. So let's do this. Do this first. Just in case. Let's just take removal stuff. Alright, now we just play it safe. We do this so we don't die to a smite. And then we shouldn't be able to lose from here. It is possible to lose, but very, 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 very unlikely. Brand Mutinous? You know what? Maybe it was Brand Mutinous. Brand Mutinous means I do die. So if they don't have, they could not have Smite in hand. And if they don't have Smite in hand, I go Brand Mutinous. They top deck Smite. And because I face tanked 7 damage, I die. So it'd be 7, 13, 14, 15. Yeah, I would die if they top deck Smite. I think I win 100% of the time here. So I'm just going to take the safest line possible, which is this. If I didn't think I would win 100% of the time, then I should do that, because then I probably win. That's a nice draw. Nom 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 nom. Not the click clocker. They just drew this turn, so it's not going to be that big. And even if it is big, I'm at 29. They can't kill me with this might. And this is why we held the Kazakhstan. The 8-8 would have helped us only by saving health if we played it earlier. Whereas now we just win the game. You have to do the swing turn stuff. Remove their things. If you just keep up on board early, you can get grinded out. Hyper Blaster. Could just trade. Let's check this box. Slam. It's pretty good. This is fun as well. So the first slam gets rid of the Divine Shield, I draw a card. The second slam gets it low enough that I can trade this in hero power. Keep our board, go face. I could swing here, but I'll hold. I define. Yeah, she came on for a bit. She'll come on in a bit as well. I wanted to get a couple of YouTube videos out. I'm probably good after this game, honestly. The deck's so busted that we just... we played 2 games and both of them were great. So that's good for Warrior. I want to get a Mech Paladin game in too. Nice. They must concede. Clearly.